everyone. This is Ellen Miller from the Alumni Office at Bridgewater College, and I'm very happy to be here with you all today. Today, we are going to meet the 2019 recipient of the Distinguished Alumni Award, and that is Keith Brower from the class of '78. So I will give a little description of this award, and then I have some questions for Keith. In 1944, the Board of Directors of the BC Alumni Association created the Distinguished Alumnus Award to be given to an outstanding alumna or alumnus who best represents the high ideals of BC and its alumni. Exemplary vocational and professional achievements and exceptional accomplishments done in the spirit of service are fundamental to this award. So welcome, Keith. Thank you.
Hi.
For joining me.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I'm glad you're here. So our first questions for you. Why did you attend BC and what were you involved in while you were here at BC?
BC was one of several small colleges that I had taken an interest in during my senior year or my junior year, actually into senior year of high school. I liked the idea of a small campus. One of the things that was the student-teacher ratio of approximately 15-to-1 for most classes. The town was beautiful, the area was beautiful. As I've told other folks, Bridgewater is about 2 hours from everywhere. And it was about 100 miles down the road from where we live, but it was close enough to Richmond, Charlottesville, and other places that, you know, were of interest I really never had traveled to. So I thought that'd be kind of neat to have that opportunity. But I really liked the idea of a liberal arts college. I didn't really know what I was going to get into. I had a community interest in the fire and rescue field. Going back to 1973, earlier 73. So I picked a major of sociology because I thought that best represented the human interest side of things. But I think also, as I recall, there was a lady by the name of Linda Fleischman, and she was part of admissions. And I was struck walking on campus into the campus center at the time to meet up, and she knew my name. She had evidently seen a picture, and I just thought that that was so cool that, you know, here I am, not from here, 100 miles up the road, and somebody has really taken the time not only to look through an application, but enough of a recognition to actually call my name and welcome me as I'm walking in the door. And I'm like, you know, this just doesn't happen. This is very cool. So I think that there were a combination of things that really just struck a good tone with me. Small campus, a beautiful area, liberal arts college, and you know, just the whole hometown feel.
Great, good. So what would you say, Keith, is the most important thing that you learned at BC?
Well, I was involved with a few things. I had done some newspaper work in advertising for our high school paper. So I did that initially, I think my first 2 years. And I joined FCA. I did play on the golf team. We weren't that great, but we had a lot of fun. And I think and of course got a wonderful education. And I think that the thing I learned most, apart from the academia side, was about building and maintaining personal relationships. Bridgewater has just a feel about it where students not only attend classes together, engage in social things together, and do things like intramural sports. And, you know, I think just out of that, I'm a people person. And I just got to meet a lot of people. And it's funny, there's a group of us, probably 6 or 7, that have stayed together socially. We call each other, we email each other, we text each other for now some 42 plus years. Those friendships could have just gone away once we graduated. But another dimension of that is that occasionally I run into folks or hear from folks that I don't talk to on a regular basis or don't have contact with. And you still remember folks, and you still, for the most part, can figure out something that you did or that happened that strikes a common memory. And that leads to a discussion about the things we used to do, or the way things were, or the fun we had, or what did you get in, this class here. And I just don't think you get that kind of exposure at a larger school. You probably get it to some degree, but when you're looking at a campus at the time of about 1,000 people, and you can probably rattle off 900 of those names that you recognize, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, nice. So what did it mean to you when you received this award last year?
I was shocked. I did not view anything that I did either in college or for my vocation in the 45 years I spent in the fire service as just something that would resonate to the degree of an award of that magnitude. I was deeply honored. The award sits prominently in our home. And it was probably one of the greatest feelings I've ever had. And I truly thank whoever made that decision. Thank y'all.
Good. So right now, what are your passions in life?
Well, I am still doing some part-time work. I've always had a sense of caring for the community and the folks in it. I've always felt it was a sort of obligatory to do something in your community. And that's what I did for my career. So I think, just trying to help people. Part of what I'm doing in my part-time work now is promoting and advocating for public safety. The fire service and EMS has gotten a lot more complicated over the years, especially with new things that we're dealing with, such as COVID, but also it's more than just the run-of-the-mill fires and emergency medical incidents. It's pretty much an all hazards service. And I like to tell people that when they don't know who to call, they call the fire service, they call 911 and we go and we try and figure it out and make that day better for them. So what I do right now in that line of passion is I promote and do a lot of content writing and teaching in the interest of fire and life safety. That's where I started, and that's the way I'm continuing on my way out.
Nice. And I still have the coloring book that you gave me.
If you can see in the video, the book is sitting up on a shelf like.
Oh, yes. Nice.
Right.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Keith, last question. What advice would you give to our current BC students?
I would offer that small school, small student instructor ratio is still very good. It's nice to be a name and a number. The small campus is not going to offer large scale sporting events or things like that. So you have to kind of get used to more of the small campus setting. But I would say find your passion, build as many personal relationships as you can, and study hard. My grandmother said a long time ago, I don't care what you do, but do it well. And that means finding your niche and pushing as hard as you can, whether it's learning everything you can about a topic or, you know, whatever along that line, work it to the fullest. But, and don't just leave Bridgewater when you leave Bridgewater. It offers a friendly campus for homecomings and other events throughout the year. And it just helps to rekindle all those friendships and all those memories. I live on those memories so much.
Nice. Well, Keith, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. It was great to hear your words and get to know you a little better. And to everybody out there listening, please nominate people for this Distinguished Alumnus Award, or also the Young Alumnus or the West White-Low Humanitarian Award. You can go online to our website to nominate alumni. So, go Eagles!
Go Eagles. Thank you.